edition of An Orchid Today. I just finished doing my first ever Zoom meeting as part of a show and tell with the iOS in lieu of us having our monthly meetings, which was to be today. And these are two of the plants that I showed off. There's really nothing else in bloom, so, well, I guess I have other things in bloom, but nothing particularly noteworthy or that needed to be shown off. And I ended up giving a tour, in fact. But I am going to briefly talk about this new acquisition that I just received yesterday. That was in my little teaser community post. This is a cross, and you can tell it suffered a little bit in transport. This cross is consisted of Jumelia cormorans, which is a Madagascan species. I believe it's from Madagascar. I'm just going on the fly here. More of a warm, tolerant, growing Angrecoid orchid. Still is a vining type of growth. Still has that growth. Gets the star-shaped fragrant, night fragrant flowers. I believe cormorants might be fragrant during the day. This is crossed with Arangus lutea alba, which is reputedly very difficult to grow. I've had in my lifetime, since I've adopted orchids as a hobby, I've probably killed roughly 10 or 20 of these. They're just so addictive because the dainty flower, it's white with that pure tangerine drop in the center. The way that the spikes cascade. But it is a cooler temperature loving plant. It does not like the heat and will suffer immediately upon feeling the heat. It does also like to be surrounded by fans and lots of air movement. So that's the challenge for this plant. But when you merge both of those, somehow you would expect them to meet in the middle and it to become somewhat easier in this climate. Since I have been able to bloom Jumelia cormorans, I will post pictures of both of them, and if I find a picture of this hybrid, I will put that as well. Did I show you the name? I know I showed you this is a jumangis, star of Comoras. Very special little miniature Angrecoid. So I would anticipate it, because cormorans is vining, as I said, and it does tend to droop or be pendant, as most vining species do, or vining plants do, unless they are supported. So I would anticipate the inflorescence, the growths, to be Vanda type, and the growths to come out from in between the leaves and be somewhat pendant. These like constant moisture. They don't want to dry out for too long. A high humidity, of course. I would say probably at least 80%, maybe a little bit less towards the end of winter, but pretty much year-round moisture, humidity, more on the intermediate, but it should be able to take some heat. It is going to be 90 today, so I'm going to walk out with this and put it in the house, because I don't want to risk it, because as I said, that is from transport, and I bet that was not there when it was sent to me. But anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Enjoy your orchids. Bye.